Hi everyone, welcome to my very first video on my Minecraft survival series. So as you can see, I have full diamond armor, and you're probably curious, why am I not starting from the very beginning? Well, so I've had this world for 720 days. That's a long time. And I've started over so much in Minecraft, I didn't really want to do it again, and we've all watched people go through, mine diamonds, build up a base. So I thought, why not start it when I actually have stuff? So in this episode, I'm going to show you all of the things I've done so far, starting with my base. So I started this base, I would say on day 100, I want to say, maybe, because it takes a long time to get everything, and I like to get all the resources and all the diamonds and all the enchantments before I start building. So let's just go through. So this is basically my storage room, nothing too special, just a ton of chests and storage. And then if we come into here, this is just a bunch of open space that I have to do. I got my beacon, and this took such a long time to mine. And if I come, and this isn't a mountain, so if I come up this ladder, I mean the scaffolding, you can see I have a huge space up here just to do whatever I want. So let's go back down, and as you can see, I have a tunnel leading to the outside of my base. I want a secret entrance, but for now, that's kind of what I have to do. And then under here is my villager trading hall, where I got all the books, well, by all the main important ones. And it is so loud down here, all I hear is villagers and zombies. So basically, if I come over here, I have mending, I'm breaking, the villagers that trade clay, golden carrots, which is my main food source. It's much easier than going around and having to collect it or having some other farm. I just have to buy it. And then if I show you my base, this is what it looks like. So it has a ton of work right now, so I need to add more of these, I don't know what you would necessarily call them, but just add more detail to the wall, because right now it's just flat, and I have the terrain if I fly up here. Now, this was all one big stone, and I decided I didn't need a base that big, so for now I just covered it in some trees and moss and grass, and that took such a long time to place. But if I ever need to expand, I have this whole section up here, which would definitely help. So that's basically my base. Right now, not a ton to it, but it takes such a long time to get this stuff done, and all the other projects. So if I continue over here, I have this massive chest. That was my original storage. As you can see, I just have tons of random stuff in here, and it's missing some of the floor. It's not used much anymore. It was more of a starter storage area, and it served its purpose, and I gotta add more stuff in here. So if I just come out here, I got the post office, which connects to all the players on the server, so 2. And that's basically a very simple structure. I built a much better one, at least I'm currently building one. So I'm going to have to take that one down or give it a different purpose. I got a path and some trees over here, and this was my very first home. And, well, I guess my starter base, and I got all this copper from when the trial chambers come out. So I got all the copper, and this is where all my villagers used to be. See, I got my iron golem, a bunch of villagers over here. So if I just continue this way, let's just go up these stairs, and I can give you I really like this home. It's right along the river, which I definitely like. Now, I have 4 pieces of wood right here I need to get rid of. I haven't, so let's just do that now before I forget. But there was a second floor on here, but it did not look good, so I got rid of it. And I didn't get rid of those blocks, so I have a small bridge right here that is not finished. I have a lot of unfinished projects, but that basically connects this side of the river to this one. And then I got my friend's house up here that was originally on the ground. And then I just decided for a prank, because they went on for a couple months. So let's wax the door. Perfect. I like to keep that nice and waxed for some reason. I liked the copper color. And then let's see. So the house was on the ground right now, so I took some pictures and I put it up in the sky, added some balloons, and I believe if you just fall down, you can enter the secret base. And then I got my skyscraper that is almost finished. I just have to add the top, then of course the interior. But this is a huge structure. Like this could be at least 10 floors tall. And then I got a massive sugarcane farm, which is super efficient. I got a cactus farm in here that I built a factory around. And this is like my the new post office. As you can see, it's almost finished, but not quite. And then this is where I go AFK for my sugarcane farm. Just like a small little village house to keep me safe. I got my rail duper that I believe if I turn on, yep, it still works just fine. So I just come and I get the rails right here. And let's see, I have a ton. Yeah, I have more than I would ever need. I just have so much, which is great. It's nice to have way too much of something because then you can always use it in future projects. And then if I come over here, this was my string farm, where I got a ton of string, but sadly I have to rebuild that because something broke with it. And then if I just go down here, this is my cactus farm, where it's overflowing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to empty it. It's pretty efficient. And then all my sugarcane I have, which is more than I will ever need. And then if I fly over here, so that's basically all in this area. And then if I continue over this way, this is like more of like all the industrial, like the not so nice looking things, like a mob farm, an iron farm. And I just gotta, it's over here. I built it far enough that you couldn't see it and gave room to expand. But it's far and it's close enough, it doesn't take forever to get to. So you got a wheat field, and then you got the iron farm, and then you got the mob farm, which is, it's efficient, but it's where I repair all my tools, and I definitely very thankful for it, because it would be such a pain to have to level up, and the amount of gunpowder I have got is great. And then, of course, you got the iron farm, and the villagers, oh, they're just so hard to move. I never want to build one again. Never. So yeah, that's basically this area. And then if I continue over here, you got this amazing mountain where I'm going to try to terraform the whole area. And I have some landscaping I've done, flattening out. I've added some more snow. I'm currently trying to replace all the dirt with moss because I prefer moss than the grass. So I want to add a river right here and just a ton of stuff. Just to make it really nice. Maybe a waterfall, a small village, but like custom village homes, not like just the average Minecraft ones. And then yeah, we got a really cool terrain. I actually haven't been in this ravine right here. I have a lot of exploring I have to do still. Because the thing about these Minecraft worlds, they're huge. It takes a long time to explore. So let's just go on my skyscraper and sleep. Okay. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff I've done over the last 700 days. And I'm hoping by day 1,000 days, I can have all the projects I've started completed. Except for my mega base, because it's mega. That's why it's called a mega base. So if as you can, I added some glass right here to show smoke. Then if I continue over this way, I have my beach home, I guess it would be. I just had a ton of extra white concrete from my skyscraper, so I thought it would be fun to build something like this. And yeah, so over here was an ice boat. Race I wanted to do, but that quickly ended because of all the ice and placing you had to do, so I might come back to it. I believe, yeah, it's over in this direction. I scoured the area because I don't necessarily want it to be right next to a mangrove swamp, and there it is. A nice, fancy, I guess it would be, modern home. And I got a fence around it to protect from mobs. I have the inside, let's just go in. Pretty simple, I got a TV, I got a chair, and got a cake, you know, all the important things you need in a vacation home. I got a bed, I got a bathtub that you can actually sit in by adding a minecart, which I definitely like. And then you can come out, and I got my dog without a name yet because, well, I didn't have a name tag. And then I can just sit down and watch the sunset or sunrise, whatever time it is. And let's just quickly leave that home because that's basically it. And it's very quick here. Luckily, there was a village right next to me, and with the lead and boat, it was so much easier to transport the villagers. I remember getting them in mine carts or boats and having to get them. It was such a pain. Oh yeah, and there's my old iron farm I built, but that didn't work out so well, so I built a new one. And yeah, and a lot of those I believe were tutorials, but I've had this world for over a year. I don't remember the tutorials, and I believe a lot of them are old. Yeah, I just have a lot of random stuff. I wanted to expand the server. I would like to terraform this whole area to look really nice. Like, I got the river here. I want to surround it in a giant wheat field. I have to clean up the things, but the problem about me in Minecraft is I start a project, and then I start another project, and another project, and before I know it, I have 15 things I have to do that are going to take a long time to complete. But yeah, so that is basically my whole Minecraft world. That's like all the main stuff. A lot of it was spent strip mining for diamonds. I have a pretty decent amount of that. Mining, it probably took me 20 days to clear out all of that area inside my base, because if I go back here to show you, basically all of my base starting here had to be dug out, like, so much, all the way. You can kind of tell where my base ends, so I believe it goes all the way to here, and it goes down, like, 50 blocks, so that took a long time to mine. Of course, I had to get myself haste 2, and I've never mined with haste 2 before. It is so nice just to break stone instantly. Like, I wish Deep Slate could be like that. And then, so yeah, I'm stuck. And the nice thing, sadly though, I have to, like, with the new Minecraft update, the spring update, I believe it's called, something like that, I don't get all the new features because I have to find newer biomes. Like, looking through the forest, I don't have, like, well, I have the falling leaves, but I don't have them on the ground, which is okay, because if I just can go to the nether and go far, like a couple hundred blocks into the nether, I should be able to find them. But yeah, so that is basically my whole world tour, and yeah, that's it. So I just thought it would be fun to do a world tour and then start like an actual series, because I feel like that's just a smart thing to do. So thank you for watching today's Minecraft episode 1 of my Minecraft survival series. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe because that definitely helps. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!